Trigger Spoons, Trigger Spoon Magnums, Trigger Spoon Pros, Trigger Spoon Juniors, Speed Spoons, Speed Spoon Pros. Looking for spoons for your trout fishing adventure? Think FHS Spoons. You can check them out at fishhuntshoot.com. Howdy guys, Kel Kellogg here. We are going to talk about a dirty subject today that no one wants to address. We're going to talk about tangled lines. Check this out and I'll be right back. I got these rudders.
You have a fish on? Yeah, you do. Fish on.
Oh, fish on! Woo! I was too busy talking to Wes, I didn't even know I had it. I love it. Oh, that is on an Orange Trigger Junior. Awesome, awesome. That's a deeper fish. That was about 12 feet down, I guess. I dropped it down a little more. I'm marking all kinds of bait and fish here, so maybe that. Woo, oh, he's fighting now. He is not happy about it. I see that line start to elevate. I dropped that tip because I think he might jump. It's not easy here today, but it is productive. And they are nice fish. At least this one feels nice. Last one was nice. Just a couple pounds at least. So, Lucy is riveted. Try on him, girl. Okay, we're within 25 feet or so now. Oh, he really fighting now. Oh yeah. Lots of head shaking going on down there. Holy mackerel. It's 49-degree water. They put up a tussle. Man, that feels like a good fish. Of course, they all feel good. That fish comes up, Lucy, you grab him in your mouth. Oh yeah, that's a nice trout. That is a nice trout. Get some forward momentum here and get the net. Okay, now we're ready to do some damage here. See if we can land this fish. Okay. Well, he hung my lead core, my other line. So we got a little bit of a mess. Worst thing you can do though when you get a tangle like this is let it lay on the bottom. So I'll get on the pedals, we'll set this down, not worried about the fish right now. You can see the lead core going into that fish. You want to get the fish off that lead core. Nice rainbow. Okay, there we go. Let's see here. Okay, that's clear. Now, I got to get some speed. I got to get this lead core going again. Get the fish in the water. Make sure he gets revived. No wonder that fish felt so heavy. Okay. I think I saved myself any real problems there. Okay, he's back to life. Everything's good. We averted a disaster. Let me get turned around here. I'll show you this fish and we'll get back on it. Collins Lake, baby, right there. Nice planet rainbow, and there he goes. All right. Orange Trigger Spoon Junior. One of my absolute favorite spoons. Got a lot of confidence in that because it flat out catches fish. Okay, as you can see there, I had a pretty good tangle the last time I was out trout fishing. I got, one trout that I'd hooked, got wrapped in my second line, but I did a couple important things correctly. First and foremost, I landed the fish, and second, I didn't do anything to make the tangle worse, okay? I've had some horrendous tangles over the years, and I've got some good advice for you guys just to keep in mind the next time you're tangled. Number one, if you get tangled when you got a fish on the end of your line, your first and only focus should be on landing that fish. Number one, keep the rod tip elevated. Number two, keep that reel moving no matter what happens. If you do those two things, you're gonna land most of those fish that you had on your line when a tangle occurred. Now, if you got a fishing partner, he can help you work through what happens next. If you're by yourself, you might have to deal with it on your own. Number one, rod tip up. Number two, keep the reel moving. You might have to cut that second line. You don't know until it happens. But keep the reel in motion, keep the tip up, and good things are going to happen at the end of that tangle. I've seen it many, many times myself. I've seen it on charter boats. I've seen it on my kayak. If you just keep fighting the fish as if there isn't a tangle there, most of the time, probably 90+% of the time, you're going to land that fish. Now, when you're tangled, especially if you're trolling, it really pays to, not panic. Don't stop the boat, okay? Forward motion in many cases is going to keep that tangle from getting worse, okay? The pressure of the line kind of keeps things, or the pressure of the water against the line kind of keeps things in place. Bring the line in. If you've got two rods tangled together and you've got a fishing partner, reel them in at the same pace, then work through the tangle. Now, typically, one rod is going to have a shorter line. That's the one that tangled the second line, okay? So you're going to get that one free. That's a no-brainer. But you're going to have this other line in your hand. Don't just throw it back in the water, especially if you're using lead core. You don't want that line to fall all over itself. If you've got that ball of line in your hand and you still got forward momentum, which you should if you're trolling, let that line out gradually, and typically any tangles, any crossovers in that line will work themselves out. But if you just throw that line back in the water, it's going to fall all over itself and you're going to have a mess when you reel that line in. Once you've got that second line back out and working, reel it into, reset your gear, and go on with your day. Tangled lines are all about, damage control, all right? If you got a fish on, damage control consists of keeping the tip elevated and keeping the reel moving until you get the fish in the net, okay? If there's not a fish involved, damage control consists of keeping the boat moving forward if you're trolling, reeling both of the lines in at the same rate, identifying what the problem is, clearing the problem, and then reel in the second line. And remember, once again, don't just take a big clump of line and drop it behind the boat. That's going to create a knot. Gradually let it out, then reel that line in, clear it. You're going to lose minimal fishing time. You're going to get those lines back in the water, and you're going to go on with your day. That's it for now, guys. If you're looking for trout gear, get on over to fishhuntshoot.com. You'll see my trigger spoons, flies, lead core rods, and more. I will catch you next time right here on YouTube. You stay healthy, happy, and have a wonderful day. I'm Cal Kellogg.